The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, September 5th, suggest some major moments in Genoa City. A leader sets up a strategy for battle, while someone overplays their hand, and it's confession time for another character. Find out what's set to go down during Friday's show below. Victor Newman gathers the troops. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, September 5th, hint that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, will lead his family into battle, and it sounds like it'll start with a strategy session. Make sure to check out our weekly YNR spoilers here. During Friday's show, he'll gather up the Newman clan to prepare for a corporate fight, but who will be included in the fold? From the sounds of it, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will probably be called into this meeting, with Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinle, possibly brought in as well. Read this. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Billy's rushed marriage proposal pressures Sally into another big step? While Victor has his sights set on Jabot and luring Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, into his plan, will the mustache accomplish this goal? Phyllis Summers overplays her hand. Across town, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, will overplay her hand. It sounds like someone will get red going, and she may start to run her mouth, but will this be about her business dealings with Kane? Could she possibly place a wrench in his plans? Could she jeopardize her partnership with Kane? 2. Lily Winters wants a confession. Speaking of Mr. Ashby, the Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday indicate that Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, will want her ex to lay it all out, but will he? Lily has been asking for the truth for weeks now, and Kane has remained hush-hush. Fans know he still has some sort of devious plan up his sleeve, and Kane also hinted this week that he was unable to follow through with the rest of his plan in Nice, due to the Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers, and Carter's Vincent Stalba demise. With that said, will Kane aim to win back Lily's trust by telling her the truth? What storyline are you most looking forward to during Friday's show? The air in Genoa City is thick with tension, deception, and the scent of impending war. This Friday, September 5th, the characters of The Young and the Restless are playing a high-stakes game of chess where every move could lead to checkmate or catastrophic defeat. From the corporate towers of Chancellor Winters to the elegant yet sinister living room of the Abbott Mansion, alliances are being forged, hands are being overplayed, and one shocking confession will send ripples through the entire city. Victor's War Room. A new alliance is forged. Victor Newman, seated at the head of his imposing desk at Newman Enterprises, isn't just planning a business strategy, he's orchestrating a military campaign. His opponent, the united and surprisingly formidable front of Adam Newman and Sally Spectra. Victor's initial amusement at their defiance has curdled into cold, hard determination. He cannot and will not tolerate this level of insubordination, especially from his own son. But Victor is a master strategist who knows never to fight a war on two fronts. His first move on Friday is to consolidate his power. He summons an unlikely ally, Nick Newman. The history between father and son is fraught with its own battles, but Victor knows that Nick's deep-seated concern for the company's stability and his own complicated history with Adam and Sally makes him the perfect weapon. You think this is just about punishing Adam, Dad? Nick will ask, his arms crossed, skepticism etched on his face. Victor will lean forward, his voice a low, gravelly command. This is about protecting this family's legacy from a cancer that threatens to consume it from within. Adam and Miss Spectra are not innovators, they are anarchists. I need you by my side, Nicholas. Not as my son, but as my general. Victor's proposal is ruthless. He outlines a plan to systematically dismantle every project, every connection, every shred of credibility Adam and Sally have built. He isn't just looking to fire them. He aims to erase their presence from the corporate landscape so completely it will be as if they were never there. The question is, will Nick, who has always walked the line between his father's ruthlessness and his own moral code, agree to be the tip of Victor's spear? The battle lines are being drawn, and Nick's decision will determine the fate of everyone involved. Sally's gambit, overplaying a powerful hand. Meanwhile, at the newly christened Spectra Newman Designs, optimism is still running high. Sally Spectra is riding a wave of adrenaline, fueled by defiance and the thrill of the fight. She believes their bold move has positioned them as the plucky underdogs, the innovators ready to challenge the stale establishment of Newman Enterprises. In her mind, the industry is watching, and their victory is inevitable. However, Sally's greatest strength, her fearless, damn the torpedoes ambition, is about to become her most critical weakness. On Friday, she decides to go for the jugular. Instead of consolidating her gains and focusing on building a solid foundation for their new venture, she becomes aggressive. She'll place a call to a major Newman client, one she personally wooed and won, and attempt to poach them outright. Adam, ever the cautious realist despite his own capacity for chaos, will immediately see the danger. Sally, stop. This is a mistake, he will warn, grabbing the phone from her hand. We just declared independence. We need to build our own house, not try to burn theirs down. Not yet. You're going to provoke him into doing something we can't come back from. But Sally is too far gone. She'll see Adam's caution as a lack of faith, a remnant of his need for his father's approval. This is war, Adam. You don't win a war by playing defense. We have the momentum, we have the ideas, and we have each other. It's time to show your father we are not to be underestimated. This decision is a catastrophic overplay. Victor Newman doesn't just respond to threats. He annihilates them. Sally's aggressive move won't be seen as a smart business play. It will be viewed as a declaration of total war, giving Victor the moral high ground and the justification he needs to unleash his full, unbridled fury upon them. She is playing checkers while Victor is playing chess, and she doesn't yet realize the board is about to be flipped over. In the quiet opulence of the Abbott mansion, a different kind of battle is raging, one of conscience and heartbreak. Jack Abbott is crumbling under the weight of a secret he can no longer carry. The truth about Kyle's paternity and the role he played in keeping it buried is eating him alive. He has watched the distance grow between his son and Diane, seen the coldness in Kyle's eyes, and knows he is the architect of this pain. Friday brings him to his breaking point. He can't bear to see his family shattered by a lie he perpetuated. He seeks out Diane, who has been a pillar of strength, but is visibly wounded by her son's rejection. Diane, we need to talk, Jack will say, his voice heavy with emotion. I can't do this anymore. I can't watch you suffer for a sin you didn't commit. Diane, fearing what's coming, will try to stop him. Jack, no. Don't. We agreed. We thought we were protecting him. We were protecting us. Jack will explode, his guilt finally overflowing. We were protecting this fragile happiness we built. And in doing so, The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates for the next 3 weeks, September 1st to 19th, reveal romance, drama, and heartbreak in Genoa City. Passionate plots, vengeful machinations, and devastating breakups are ahead. September 1st to 5th, devastation and payback. The week from September 1st to 5th is set to be a devastating time for Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, as Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, refuses to marry him and live a fairy tale life. It seems Claire will unleash her fury on Kyle for throwing an engagement ring at her, expecting it to mend their issues. Later, Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, will comfort Claire and initiate a partnership with her, one that aims to take revenge on Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver. When Claire encounters Audra later on, Y&R spoilers indicate that there will be a significant amount of rising tension. Claire will struggle to keep her cool, leading her to confront Audra, who may retaliate with her own outburst. Audra's romantic problems, Michael's offer. Naturally, Audra will face her own romantic dilemmas since Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, is unlikely to take her back. Even after Audra opens up and attempts to clarify her decisions, Nate remains steadfast against the idea of reuniting. Meanwhile, Kyle might need to grasp the importance of patience. If he pushes Claire too hard too soon, it will only lead to more drama, prompting Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, to caution him. In another development, Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, will ponder a new opportunity, possibly one that involves working for an adversary of Victor Newman, Eric Braden. Could Jack be the one interested in bringing Michael onto his team at Jabot, Victor's meeting, Nikki's surprise? Victor is set to meet Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, for further negotiations before he issues new directives to the Newmans. Yet, amidst his busy schedule, Victor will carve out some time for romance. Typically, it's Victor who sweeps Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, off her feet with his extravagant gestures, but this time, she'll turn the tables and surprise him. In the meantime, Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, will exploit her position as Kane's vulnerability. We'll witness Lily playing with Kane's feelings and pursuing the truth, believing he's still causing chaos. September 8th to 12th. Audra fights back, Sally's big launch party. During the week of September 8th to 12th, Audra will confront any adversaries that emerge. No matter what Claire, Holden, and even Kyle may attempt to challenge her, Audra could demonstrate that she is a formidable presence. However, there remains the possibility of drama unfolding. Audra's position at Abbott Communications might be at risk if Jack and Kyle exert pressure on Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, to countermand Sally Spectra's, Courtney Hope, decision. In any case, Sally is organizing a significant launch party, so we'll find out if that actually occurs on screen, and if it leads to any surprises. Nate and Victoria grow closer. Victor gets updates on Claire and Kyle's problems. Nate and Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, are set to deepen their bond following his breakup with Audra, potentially leading them to couple status sooner than expected. They have known each other for years, and Nate has always proven a strong shoulder for Victoria, and he used to be the family's physician as well. In a different development, Victor might receive news about the escalating issues between Kyle and Claire. Eventually, Victor could conclude that it's time for Kyle to cough up the $5 million and exit Genoa City if he believes Claire's heart has been broken. Of course, Victor himself was paying Audra to break them up because of his years-long Abbott hate, even though he fired her since that plot started. September 15th to 19th. Abbott-Newman mayhem, Kane's romantic ask. The week of September 15th to 19th is set to unleash some escalating chaos between Abbott and Newman, particularly if that contract actually comes into play. This could lead Jack to feel even more determined to retaliate against Victor and make him pay. Kane will face numerous challenges in the upcoming episodes, yet he'll cling to the hope that Lily might consider giving him another chance. Is it possible that Lily will slightly open the door and agree to have dinner with Kane? A thaw might be on the horizon for Kane and Lily, but their journey won't be without its bumps. Will Daniel steal Tessa's heart before Mariah can fix their marriage? With Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, and Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, their emotions might escalate into a romantic encounter, perhaps even leading to a kiss. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, may start to worry about Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, potentially losing Tessa to Daniel if she doesn't take action soon. Sadly, Mariah isn't prepared to mend her marriage and family while she's still grappling with distressing thoughts about the stranger, Michael Swan. Unable to live with the deception for another second, Jack makes a fateful decision. He summons Kyle to the mansion. The air is icy as Kyle arrives, expecting another lecture about giving Diane a chance. But Jack offers no defense. Instead, he offers a confession. He lays bare the entire sordid truth. He tells Kyle how he discovered the possibility that he could be his biological father through an old journal of John's. He confesses his own terror at what it would mean for his relationship with Kyle, for his memory of his father, for the entire Abbott legacy. He admits that when the first DNA test was tampered with, a part of him was relieved, and he chose to accept the convenient lie rather than pursue a painful truth. The confession is brutal, raw, and utterly devastating. Kyle will stand in stunned silence, his worldview shattered for the second time in a matter of months. The man he looked up to, the man he called his father, is revealed to be the source of the greatest deception of his life. All this time, Kyle will whisper, his voice trembling with a mixture of rage and profound hurt. You knew? You knew, and you let me hate her? You let me question my entire identity? For what? For the Abbott name? This confession will change everything. It isn't just a revelation of paternity. It's a fundamental breach of trust between a father and son. Jack's attempt to finally do the right thing may have just destroyed his relationship with Kyle forever, setting the stage for a bitter and emotional family feud that will rock the very foundation of the Abbott dynasty. Friday, September 5th, is a day of turning points in Genoa City. Victor Newman sharpens his knives, Sally Spectra naively walks into a trap, and Jack Abbott's confession threatens to tear his family apart. The battles are just beginning, and the casualties are already piling up. Mariah will continue to struggle with what she remembers about smothering the older man under the influence of alcohol. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that the upcoming 3 weeks will bring some alarming developments and concerning news in Genoa City, so keep watching. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with YNR right now. Come back here often for the Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, September 4th, hint at some interesting moments in Genoa City. Two ladies get into a catfight, while a character is presented with a new opportunity and someone makes a grand gesture. Find out what's set to go down during Thursday's show below. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, September 4th, suggests that Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, will have a fierce face-off with Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver. Make sure to check out our weekly YNR spoilers here. Claire was enjoying some drinks with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, during the Wednesday, September 3rd show when the brunette spotted them and decided to confront the two. Now it sounds like things will get ugly between Claire and Audra during Thursday's show, but how bad could this encounter spiral? Read more. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Claire's wedding rejection sends Kyle into Audra's bed. Audra is furious with Claire for blowing up her romance with Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, while Claire is outraged at Audra for trying to split up her and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller. These ladies have had confrontations, but it sounds like things will come to a head on the September 4th show. Michael Baldwin's new opportunity. Across town, Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, will be presented with a new opportunity. Will Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, ask the lawyer to come work for him? Sure, Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, is his lawyer, but Kane may need an attorney in town to handle day-to-day activities in GC. Will Michael accept a position with Victor Newman's, Eric Braden, biggest rival? Nikki Newman's grand gesture. Speaking of the mustache, the Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday reveal that Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, will organize a romantic evening for her and her hubby. From the sounds of it, it'll be a little splashy, and while Victor is usually the one to do something like this, it sounds like his wife will turn the tables on things and do the planning and surprising for once. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that fans are excited to see some new faces in the land of Genoa City, as it was announced last week that soap vets Tamara Braun and Roger Howarth would be joining the CBS daytime drama. Still, as pumped as some YNR viewers are, so is Michelle Stafford, who plays Phyllis Summers on the show. The actress recently posted on social media about it, teasing that there were more surprises on the horizon. Michelle Stafford's IG post. After the casting announcements made their rounds, Stafford hopped on Instagram, posting 3 photos. One of her with Braun, one of her with Howarth, and a photo of her with Howarth in a General Hospital scene where he once played Franco Baldwin and she played Nina Reeves. The caption read, "I could not be happier to be posting this. Not only because these two are extraordinary actors, but because they are my friends. Our show just got a little more bad at SS at Tamara Braun # Roger Howarth *. Just so you know, more surprises to come #YR. #get ready." While fans chimed in the comment section, some soap stars entered the equation. GH's Finola Hughes, Anna Devane, wrote, "What?" While Haley Aaron, Claire Newman wrote, "I'm so happy." In addition, Braun also commented, stating, "Aw, can't wait. So excited. More surprises?" Obviously, the mention of more surprises coming piqued everyone's curiosity. So does Stafford mean more casting changes or potentially something else? While YNR viewers know that Braun will be playing Sienna Bell, a character known to some others on the canvas, currently, the CBS soap is remaining hush-hush about who Howarth will be playing. With that said, there's been buzz that Howarth is the latest Tucker McCall, last played by Trevor St. John recast. Braun is slated to debut in September, while Howarth will appear on screen sometime this fall. Will both characters be involved in each other's storylines, too? Only time will tell. Are you excited about Tamara Braun and Roger Howarth joining the YNR cast? Share your thoughts. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily and check out this site often for the best Young and the Restless updates, spoilers, and news. Now that he's back in GC, we've heard nothing about this outrageous claim. A man, Chance Chancellor Connor Floyd, died because of Kane's fear. Why is no one calling him out on this? Is Kane lying about death threat? Chance was specifically called over to Nice because Kane thought he was going to be murdered. Instead, 3 people died, none of them Kane. Chance died, as did Kane's crazy butler and Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers. 2 men were murdered, and a third took his own life. Something is very wrong with this scenario, and yet the citizens have gone on with their lives as if nothing happened. Funerals were held off camera, but there's no way Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, wouldn't have Kane's head for Chance's murder. At the same time, a 4th victim perished in GC, Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck. On a side note, some fans are worried that the show is purging cast members for big-name additions such as Tamara Braun, Roger Howarth, and Billy Flynn, but that's another story. What fans should be worried about in the present day are glaring inconsistencies with current characters. Why is Kane safe now? Is Kane's life in danger now, and was it in Nice? It matters because the rest of Kane's story is a laugh riot. Something has to make sense with this plot or fans will really revolt. For example, Kane lives on the train tracks, literally in his own caboose. It's supposed to be a status symbol, and yet all it conjures up symbolically is hobos and canned beans. Second, Kane has a master plan to take over the city, and beyond that who knows what. He's relying on Phyllis Summers' Michelle Stafford to do that. A woman who admittedly has unresolved PTSD and is desperate to get a job, any job. Third, the show has thrown out AI as their weapon of choice, although neither Kane nor Phyllis has any idea what it is. Correction, Phyllis spent a few hours boning up and is now an expert. All she needs is a mustache to twirl. Is Kane's life still in danger, or was he pulling a fast one? What are your thoughts on this storyline? Are you enjoying the helter-skelter storytelling, or do you think that Billy Flynn's talent and the fans' time is being wasted? Be sure to catch up on everything happening with the Young and the Restless right now. Come back here often for the hottest YNR updates, news, and spoilers. Get comfortable and gain access to the best soap intel on the web.